How many times have you turned on the news and saw that another shooting occurred? If your answer is anything other than never, then it's far too much. Every day an American citizen is affected by gun violence. No one should worry whether they get shot at a grocery store, at their school, or at church. But sadly for America, this is very normal. It's no secret that America has been fighting a gun violence epidemic for some time now, and it's our patriotic duty to do something about it. Implementing gun control policies to protect American citizens is the perfect way to start the end of gun violence in America. I know many people who have experienced an active shooter scare in school, including me. It's an extremely terrifying experience, and I can only imagine how terrifying it would be to actually experience an active shooter. Hi, my name is Olivia Curtis, and today I want to tell you why it's important America should implement gun control policies. Gun control policies would benefit everyone in America, whether they know it or not. Anyone is at risk for becoming victim to gun violence. Everyone always thinks that it'll never happen to them, and it's just something that happens in movies and the news, and that they're the anomaly until they're not. Just in 2021, already 182 people have become victims of gun violence, according to the website gunviolencearchives.org. An article from the New York Times, published December 2nd, 2015, has a clear and straightforward title: How often do mass shootings occur? On average, every day, record shows. This is absolutely insane to think about. Just as recent as May 9th this year, 7 people were shot and killed in Colorado Springs, Colorado. That's 7 lives, and 7 friends and families forever changed. Gun control policies have been tried and proven to work. An article published by The Guardian titled 4 Countries with Gun Control and What America Can Learn from Them mentioned how the UK, Australia, Japan, and Germany all have implemented gun control policies, and they have results to prove they're effective. The article states, a man in the UK named Thomas Hamilton massacred children and staff at Dublin Primary School with his legally held arsenal of handguns on March 13, 1996. After that, they implemented a complete ban on cartridge ammunition handguns, except for 22 caliber single-shot weapons. The grief of this tragedy led to national rage, as a petition for the complete ban of handguns was signed by 750,000 people, uniting them into agreement to change. The UK now sees virtually no mass shootings since these policies were implemented. The thing is, the American government knows these policies work. NPR.org has an article with information on how America actually implemented an assault rifle ban in 1994 that unfortunately only lasted 10 years because Congress decided not to renew it. During those 10 years, America saw a decrease in mass shooting deaths by 25%. Since America itself views itself to be the best country in the world, it's mental to think that they'd let other countries beat them in a matter of seriousness. What else is absurd is the fact that how some persons with documented violent behaviors and unstable mental states are still able to obtain firearms. In order to buy a gun in America, you're supposed to go through a background check to make sure you're able to legally buy a firearm. The background checks that are conducted are widely ineffective unless you are a convicted felon. Although there are laws to prevent those who are mentally unstable from buying a gun, they still somehow slip through and legally obtain one. If you wish to see the laws each state has regarding mentally ill persons obtaining firearms, visit ncsl.org and look for the article titled Possession of Firearms by People with Mental Illnesses, and each state and its laws will be listed below. Unfortunately, a mass shooting caused by the fact a person with history of dangerous and unstable mental illnesses happened not too long ago this year. BBC News has an article on their website with information on the mass shooting that occurred April 15th at a FedEx facility, taking the lives of 8 people. The shooter was 19-year-old Brandon Hull, a former employee at the FedEx facility, was previously documented to be mentally unstable, and even his mother had concerns that he would commit suicide by cop. Somehow Brandon was able to walk into a gun store and manage to pass the background check with documented dangerous behavior and leave with firearms he would later use to commit this awful crime, hurting more people than he could ever imagine. Mentally unstable persons are not just a danger to others but to themselves as well. An article published by NCB News, the title says all you need to know. More than 20,000 Americans a year kill themselves with a gun. Mental health awareness has become extremely popular lately due to social media, so I think it would be fitting for gun control awareness to be brought into the conversation. Guns are meant to protect, but sadly there are many people who buy them to do the opposite, with intentions to harm themselves or others. Responsible gun owners and gun control policies want the same thing, and that's to protect American citizens from harm. Gun control policies aren't just meant to restrict the buying of guns, but can be used to enforce rules of rules legal gun owners must abide in order to store their firearms in their homes. Guns in homes that are unsafely stored are far more deadly than people realize. Homes that have children and guns in them can become a deadly mixture. The website nationwidechildrens.org has an article about gun safety and provides some pretty convincing statistics as to why gun control policies should be implemented. The article states that around 1,300 children die from guns each year and many more are severely injured. The article also states that around 40% of unintentional shooting deaths that occur among 11 to 14-year-olds take place at a friend's house due to improperly stored guns. If gun control policies that made it mandatory for gun owners to store their guns in their homes unloaded in a gun safe, accidental shootings would drastically decrease. At the end of the day, responsible gun owners and gun control policies want the same thing, and that's to protect American citizens. Gun control policies are not meant to take away American citizens' Second Amendment, but rather protect them from those who abuse it. Gun violence in America can affect absolutely anyone, so these policies would help regulate who can buy and use a gun and how legal gun owners store and handle their guns, which would result in a decrease of gun violence in America. Next time you're presented with the chance to voice your opinion on gun control or the chance to vote on gun control policies, remember they're meant to do good, not harm, and it could help make a better and safer America. The gun violence epidemic in America has gone on for far too long, and it's time to change and make a more modernized country.